Hello and welcome back to another episode of Mastering App Store Optimization, ASO. I'm Andrew, your host, and today we're doing something a little different. We've received some fantastic questions from our listeners and I brought back our ASO expert, Ariana, to help answer them. Hi, Ariana.
Hi, Andrew. It's great to be here again. I'm excited to dive into these questions and help our listeners optimize their apps even further.
Our first question comes from Sarah in New York. She asks, what's the most important factor in ASO? That's a big one to start with, Ariana. What do you think?
Great question, Sarah. There are several key factors, but if I had to pick one, I'd say it's keywords. Your app's visibility largely depends on how well you've researched and implemented keywords. But remember, it's not just about stuffing your title and description with them. You need to choose the right keywords that match your audience's search intent and use them naturally throughout your app's metadata.
That's solid advice. Keywords are crucial, but they need to be strategic. Let's move on to our next question. John from San Francisco asks, how can I improve my app's user ratings and reviews? This one is all about user engagement, right, Ariana?
Absolutely, Andrew. User ratings and reviews are a huge part of ASO. To improve them, focus on delivering a great user experience first and foremost. But beyond that, don't be afraid to ask your users for reviews. You can use in-app prompts at appropriate times, like after a successful task completion. Just be sure not to be too pushy. And for managing negative reviews, always respond promptly and constructively. It shows potential users that you care about their experience.
Exactly. Addressing feedback is key. Our next question is from Maria in London. She asks, what are some common mistakes to avoid in ASO? This one's important because avoiding pitfalls can save a lot of time and effort.
Great point, Maria. One common mistake is ignoring the importance of visual optimization. Your app's icon, screenshots, and preview videos are your first impression, so make them count. Another mistake is not localizing your app for different markets. If your app is available in multiple regions, make sure your ASO strategy reflects that with localized keywords, descriptions, and visuals.
Those are some common traps that are easy to fall into if you're not careful. Now, before we wrap up, I want to remind our listeners that we love hearing from you. Send in your questions, and who knows, you might hear your name on the next episode.
Yes, we're here to help you succeed with your app. So keep those questions coming.
That's all for today's Q&A session. Big thanks to Ariana for sharing her insights, and thanks to all of you for tuning in. If you found today's episode helpful, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. And as always, you can learn more about ASO by visiting our sponsor, AppFillip. Until next time, happy optimizing!